Welcome back to my channel. This is Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet the waffle stitch as a granny square, going from the center outwards and make it as big as you like. I'm using Premier's Basics super bulky yarn and number 6, and I'm using an 8mm or M hook from Furls. If you're interested in either of them, meaning the yarn or the hook, check out the link down below in the description. I added them both. Let's get started. We're going to make a magic ring. This is how I do it. I make an X, I insert my hook, pull the yarn through, then adjust my hands by still holding my magic ring in place. Now I'm going to put my ring finger into the magic ring just to have some tension, so it's much easier that way. Then chain 1 does not count as a stitch, it just holds the magic ring in place, so even if I let go, it doesn't fall apart. And now we're going to add some double crochet stitches and some chains to the ring. So we need first a stitch that's the equivalent of a double crochet. I like to do the stacked single crochet, also known as the alternative turning chain. So make a single crochet and then insert your hook into the loop that's closest to your yarn finger, yarn over and pull through, and make another single crochet. If you don't like doing that, you can also make a chain of 3 and count as a stitch. But I like the alternative turning chain because I have a V here on the top that's very easy to get into, and I can crochet right into that in order to make my slip stitches. So that counts as a double crochet. So now we're going to add 2 more double crochets. Now you're going to make a chain of 1. And now you're going to repeat that, but as 3 double crochets. So 3 double crochets and a chain of 1, and repeat that now 2 more times, so you have 4 sets in total. Once you're done, you're going to pull and close that ring. And now we're going to do a slip stitch to the very first stitch. I like to do the invisible way, so which means I'm going to pull out my hook, so make my loop a little bit bigger, insert my hook into the first stitch, you know, that V that I showed you from the alternative turning chain, and now put my loop onto my hook again and pull it through. And that's pretty much the slip stitch. It's called the invisible slip stitch. It's pretty much a relocation of the loop. Now you're going to crochet again double crochet stitches for the entire row with a few chains in between. We're going to start with the alternative turning chain again, or some kind of equivalent of a double crochet. So again, that counts as a double crochet. Now we're going to crochet 1 double crochet into each double crochet. And once you hit the chain of 1, which is the corners, you're going to place in each corner, every time you hit the chain of 1, you're going to place 2 double crochets, a chain of 1, and 2 more double crochets. This is going to be the stitches that you're going to add into each corner. So every time you hit the corner, you're going to place 2 double crochets, chain of 1, 2 double crochets into each chain 1 corner. And for this round, for every double crochet that you have from the previous round, you're going to crochet 1 double crochet into it. Now go ahead and repeat that all the way around until the end and finish with a slip stitch. Now it's going to look like this. It's pretty much the same thing as a double crochet granny square so far, but now we're transitioning right into the waffle stitch part of the granny square. Start with a double crochet or an equivalent of it. Again, I'm doing the stacked single crochet. It counts as a double crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to crochet a front post double crochet. So if you've never done that before, let me show you. Yarn over. Now insert your hook in front of the double crochet from the round below, right next to it, but to the back, then come back out to the front. So you're pushing the double crochet forward. Now yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Finish it up like a double crochet. So now that is a front post double crochet. Now in the next 2 stitches, you're going to crochet 1 double crochet each. And in the following stitch, you're going to crochet a front post double crochet. So you're now going to create the corner again like we've done before, but quick note, for this round specifically, before you hit the corner, you will always finish with a front post double crochet. So the waffle stitch for this round, which is round 3, will always have 2 double crochets next to each other and then a front post double crochet. And before you hit the corner, the last stitch is always a front post double crochet. So now let's do the corner. Into the corner, let me remind you, you're going to crochet 2 double crochet stitches, a chain of 1, and 2 more double crochet stitches. So just like you finish before every corner with a front post double crochet, you're also going to start right after the corner with a front post double crochet. So let me show you. So again, you go around here and you're going to make your front post double crochet. In the next 2 stitches, you're going to crochet again 2 double crochet stitches, and now you're going to repeat that all the way around. Front post, 2 double crochets, front post, corner, and so forth, all the way around, and finish with a slip stitch. Now this is how it's going to look like finished. You are now going to go into the next round, which is round 4. And with that, you're going to start with a chain of 1 that does not count as a stitch. You're going to crochet a back post double crochet. So you're going to yarn over and round the previous double crochet from the previous row, meaning which was here the alternative turning chain. I'm going to go around it from the back, around the double crochet to the back, and now I'm going to do a yarn over and finish it up like a double crochet. Now you're going to crochet a regular double crochet in the next stitch. So on top of every front post double crochet, you're going to crochet a regular double crochet. Okay, so here you can see there was a front post, so we're going to put a double crochet on top. Now wherever you see a double crochet, you're going to crochet a back post double crochet. So which means there's 2 back post double crochets in a row here in this specific round. And we have a double crochet on top of every front post double crochet, which means you're going to finish right before the corner. You're going to finish with 2 back post double crochet stitches. Now you're going to crochet the corner as you've done before. So that means 2 double crochet stitches, a chain of 1, and 2 more double crochet stitches. Now you're going to repeat what we've done before. So the best way to remember it is, what stitch did I do in a previous round? So here you see a double crochet, 2 of them. So you're going to crochet 2 back post double crochets. So 1 on each. And then right here you see a front post double crochet. So you know you're going to crochet a double crochet on top of it. Now go ahead and repeat this all the way around. And once you're done, it's going to look like this. And now you're going to repeat the last 2 rounds, which is going to be rounds 3 and 4. So those 2 you're just going to repeat over and over again. Once you've done it a few rounds, you really see the waffle stitch as a granny square appear very, very well. Let me show you an example of such a pattern. Here you can see a beautiful washcloth done also in the waffle stitch in rounds from the center out as a granny square. We just added the crab stitch, the reverse single crochet stitch all the way around, and added a little loop, and there you got a pot holder or washcloth, whatever you want to call it. There's many different things you can make with it. Of course, you can also make blankets with it, or maybe a pillow that you can see a picture of it right here. Many things you can do with a waffle granny square. I also have a waffle stitch ebook where you can learn all different ways on how to use and make the waffle stitch. So go check that out if you haven't done so. I put the link down below in the description for that. It includes a bunch of different patterns and of course stitch tutorials for the waffle stitch in rows, rounds, and of course this granny square. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and share this video, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a new video or go live. But for now, go ahead and watch my next video. I'm sure you want to. See it right here.